from struggles to stardom, how Coco Gauff turned it all around on the road to the WTA finals in the grand theater of tennis, where legends are born under the blinding glare of stadium lights. Few stories have carried as much heart, resilience, and fire as that of Coco Gauff. What began as a childhood dream, one inspired by the electric performances of Serena and Venus Williams, has now evolved into a powerful tale of growth, adversity, and triumph. The road to the WTA finals was not just about forehands, backhands, and trophies. It was about rediscovering purpose, embracing pain, and transforming every setback into a stepping stone toward greatness. This is a story of how Coco Gauff, once written off as a prodigy who might peak too soon, rose again, stronger, wiser, and utterly unstoppable. The weight of early stardom. When Coco burst onto the global scene at just 15, defeating Venus Williams at Wimbledon 2019, the world fell in love with her instantly. The young American with a radiant smile and fearless game became a media sensation. Overnight, commentators called her the future of women's tennis. Brands lined up to sponsor her. The crowds chanted her name as if she had already arrived. But behind that glowing spotlight, Coco was still just a teenager, a girl balancing high school assignments with the pressures of the professional tour. As expectations grew, so did the weight on her shoulders. Every loss became a headline. Every mistake a debate. Was she really the next Arena? Could she handle the hype? Coco later admitted that during that period, the noise sometimes drowned out the joy. I felt like I was playing to prove people wrong, instead of playing because I love the game, she said in a candid interview. It was a confession that revealed the emotional toll of fame at a young age, the collapse before the climb. By 2022, the cracks had begun to show. Though Gauff was consistent, the titles weren't coming. She reached her first Grand Slam final at the French Open that year, only to be dominated by IGTCH. It was a brutal loss, 6-1, 6-3. But more than the scoreline, it was a realization that she still had a long way to go. The following months were a roller coaster. Her serve faltered, her confidence dipped, and critics were quick to question her mental toughness. Doubters said her forehand was a weakness that top players could exploit. Some whispered that she was becoming another what-if story, a prodigy who couldn't make the leap. But what they didn't see was the quiet storm brewing inside her. Coco refused to crumble. Instead, she decided to evolve. Reinvention, the turning point. Every great comeback begins with self-awareness. For Coco, that moment came after a heartbreaking early exit at Wimbledon 2023. Sitting in the locker room, eyes burning with tears, she told herself, something has to change. She made a bold decision. Rebuild her game, her mindset, and her team. She brought in new coach Brad Gilbert, a veteran strategist known for his work with legends like Andre Agassi and Andy Roddick. Gilbert's philosophy was simple, yet profound. Play smarter, not harder. Under his guidance, Coco began to rediscover her rhythm. The forehand that once betrayed her was reconstructed with precision. Her court awareness sharpened. More importantly, her confidence bloomed again. She learned to embrace mistakes instead of fearing them. Losing doesn't mean failure, she said. It means learning. The shift in mentality marked the true rebirth of Coco Gauff, the summer of redemption. The world watched in awe as Coco's transformation took flight during the North American hard court swing in 2023. It started with her first ever WTA 500 title in Washington, D.C., where she showcasing newfound poise under pressure. She followed it up with a stunning run at the Cincinnati Masters, taking down world-class opponents, including world number 1 IG Swiatek, for the first time in her career. Each match felt like a chapter in her redemption arc. Her rallies were longer, her patience greater, her energy electric. And then came New York, the city that never sleeps in the stage, where legends are made. The U.S. Open, a dream fulfilled. The 2023 U.S. Open was more than a tournament for Coco Gauff. It was destiny. Under the bright lights of Arthur Ashe Stadium, she carried not just a racket, but the hopes of an entire generation. The teenager who once idolized Serena Williams now found herself walking in her footsteps. With every swing, the crowd roared. With every fist pump, belief spread like wildfire. She fought through adversity, battling opponents' nerves and the weight of expectation. With the grace of veteran and the fire of a warrior. In the final, she faced Aryna Sabalenka, one of the hardest hitters in the sport. After dropping the first set, Coco regrouped, adjusted her tactics, and unleashed a fearless counterattack. When Sabalenka's final shot sailed wide, the stadium erupted. Coco Gauff, Grand Slam, champion at 19. The tears came first, then the laughter, then the disbelief. "It's not just for me," she said. Afterward, "It's for every little girl who looks like me and believes she can do it too." In that moment, Coco Gauff transcended tennis. She became a symbol, a reflection of hope, perseverance, and purpose. The aftermath more than a champion. Success changes everything, but it can also test everything. After her U.S. Open win, Coco's life accelerated. More interviews, more cameras, more commitments. Yet, she stayed grounded, anchored by her family, her faith, and her love for the game. She continued to perform at a high level, collecting wins and climbing the rankings. But what stood out most was her maturity. No longer the wide-eyed prodigy, Coco had become a composed, articulate young woman, one who spoke boldly on issues of race, gender, and fairness in sports. She was no longer just a player. She was a voice, and that voice grew louder as she qualified for the WTA Finals, solidifying her place among the world's best. The road to the WTA Finals, a season of grit. The 2025 season has been a testament to Coco's evolution, not just as an athlete, but as a fighter. The legacy she's building as she steps onto the court at the 2025 WTA Finals. Coco Gauff stands not just as one of the top players in the world, but as a symbol of perseverance. Her journey from a teenage prodigy battling expectations to a mature star embracing destiny is one of sport's most inspiring arcs. Win or lose, she's already achieved something rare, the ability to inspire millions through honesty, resilience, and heart. And yet, she's just getting started. "I'm not chasing perfection anymore," Coco said recently. "I'm chasing growth because as long as I'm growing, I'm winning." Conclusion: the girl who became a force. Coco Gauff's road to the WTA Finals is proof that success is never a straight line. It's a winding path full of detours, doubts, and defining moments. But through it all, she has shown the world what happens when passion meets perseverance. From her early struggles to her spectacular rise, Coco's story is one of rebirth. She turned pressure into purpose, failure into fire, and criticism into confidence. She didn't just turn around. She transformed it into art. So as the lights shine bright and the world watches her step on the grand stage once again, one thing is certain: Coco Gauff isn't just playing for titles anymore. She's playing for legacy. And that legacy has only just begun. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next